Welcome to Window Shop with Car and Driver. This is the weekly show where Car and Driver editors, staffers, and friends get together to shop for cars on the internet based on a challenge. This week's challenge comes to us from one of our former coworkers, Mr. Scott Mosier. Annie, Joey, we've all worked with him for a while. Scott's a real car enthusiast. He just moved out to Los Angeles and he's looking for a new car. His budget is $7,500. Some of the cars Scott's owned are Focus ST. He had a BMW 135i, Mazda Speed. No, not Mazda Speed. He had a Mazda 3. So he's a real car enthusiast. He likes manual transmissions. He likes something fun to drive. So we decided to go shopping for Scott. So we looked around the Los Angeles area and we'll see what we found. We're joined today by contributor John Perley Huffman, who's wearing a UCSB sweatshirt. Annie White is back again after a couple months hiatus. Senior editor Joey Caparella and contributor Jonathan Ramsey rounds out the crew. Oh, we didn't talk about order. Who wants to go first? Not you, Perley.
Why not?
I don't know. We'll keep everyone watching longer if you go later. I mean, because they want to see your presentation.
Oh, yeah, that's it. My fans will stick around.
You're the special sauce, Pearly.
You definitely have fans.
Joey, you want to go first?
Sure. So I found something surprisingly new for well under budget, and I think it meets all the criteria. So it's a Nissan Juke. It's got a turbo 1.6 liter engine, and this one is a manual, which I think is pretty rare for the Juke.
This is the second SUV in a row for you, I think.
I know it's very off-brand for me, but I really like the Juke. I think these are so fun to drive, and it's questionably an SUV. It's like a hot hatchback, but a little taller. But I always thought these were so fun. The turbo engine was really surprisingly strong, I thought. And it had the weirdest feature where these AC controls, so normally they're AC controls, but you could press a drive mode button and the buttons would actually change, like the hard buttons would change. And I always thought that was pretty weird. I mean, in like 2012, I guess.
From what to what, Joey? What would it change?
So they were normally AC controls, and if you pressed sport mode, they would transform into like drive mode things. So like, it would show like a boost. You could press like a boost gauge, or maybe.
So
like
how did you change the temperature when you were?
Yeah. Well, no, the knobs would still be like. I should probably just try to find a video of it. I'll find a video of it and put it up. But
okay.
I always thought the styling was, people thought it was weird for sure, but I always liked it. And they're really just surprisingly fun to drive.
Is there a Carfax on this one?
No, it's a Craigslist ad, so there's pretty minimal information. But
so where is it in California? We were going for close to.
It's on Los Angeles Craigslist, but that.
Oh, it's nearby. Yeah, it's just north. It's in the valley. Looks like, yeah.
There's a couple of things on this car that are a little jukey. Like the seats. The seat is weirdly worn. If you go to the interior shot on the seat.
Agreed. Yeah, I saw that too.
Me too.
Right.
The floor mat.
The driver's seat has a little bit of the foam.
Yeah, but the other one's got some weird stains going on. And then if you go to the steering wheel shot,
Yeah, make them bigger. The steering wheel has some weird wear on it.
The steering wheel has some weird wear at the top, and there's a hole in the floor mat down below.
Oh, the top of the steering wheel is a little worn too. I think the person put it into sport mode and just got so excited they were just ripping the steering wheel.
Yeah, it's got the complete death grip look to it, but it's, I don't know. It just makes me suspicious. Also, it's
like a certain Riviera. Does it remind you of a certain Riviera?
It's not the murder Riviera. This one of the higher end misdemeanors, like doing.
Well,
I found a video of the climate controls. Can you guys see?
Oh yeah.
So there was a mode you could go into.
Oh yeah, and they all changed.
The buttons would change.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So there's the climate controls, and then you could put it into, I think it was sport, or maybe it was called D mode, and then they would be the drive mode selector buttons. But it's the same buttons, it's just the text changes, which is pretty weird.
Like tenacious D mode?
Yeah, D mode right there.
D can stand for a lot of things, Jonathan.
That's what I hear.
See, they would just change at the push of a button.
You want to get it to 90
It's like
degrees?
magic.
This is a great video.
From the Nissan owner channel. You
Gonna
don't
pop
watch
some
that every
popcorn.
day?
Watch it later.
People should watch this instead of the show.
The Nissan owner channel, they've got almost 90,000 subscribers. It's pretty
This is pretty good. This is good.
This is-
Give it a thumbs up, Joey.
good.
It's
There
kind
you
of-
go. They got some love.
Is Nissan owner channel an official thing from Nissan, or is it just?
It looks like it is. It's got the badge and everything.
That doesn't mean anything. You should know that.
Well, no, these look like official.
It looks official.
Yeah, it looks like owner's manual excerpts almost. Well, Joey, I'm glad you got the manual because the CVT is a standard transmission, or is the
Yeah, and you could only get the manual with front wheel drive, whereas you could with the CVT there was an all wheel drive option, but there was never an all wheel drive manual.
What was the Juke with the GTR powertrain called? What was that
The
thing?
Juke R? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
wild. Forgot about
And
that.
did that ever come to the US? I thought it was only
No.
in,
I think they made like 8 of them or something.
That's right, Joey. They made a handful of them. I drove a prototype one. It was a mess, but a mess in the best possible
In a
way.
fun way.
Yeah.
I mean, the Juke does get,
Did you look for a Nismo, Joey?
I did not find any Nismos. Those must be pretty rare. And also, I always thought the Nismos were worse. Like they
No, it
looked
wasn't good.
silly.
Yeah. The only one I ever drove had, I think they probably all had the CVT because they were all wheel drive. It's a huge letdown.
Yeah, I think so. There might have been a Nismo manual for like 1 year, but it wasn't common.
What was we had a long-term Juke. Wasn't it a manual or was it an automatic? I
That's
wasn't in the
before my
automatic.
time.
Oh, it was. Well, this is an original California car. That 6V plate dates back to late 2011, early 2012.
I'm just suspicious of the stains on the seat, the wear in the wheel. The wear-
Yeah, the interior wear is a little. It's not the best.
I mean, Pearly, for $6,800.
But yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah, really? You're that
Well,
worried?
we'll have to see what Pearly thought.
Pearly, Mr. Dodge Raider is gonna worry about a scuffed steering wheel and a seat.
Yeah,
No,
if anything's wrong with your car, just say it's a project car and it'll pass Pearly's.
It's 82. It just looks more than 82,000 miles.
I don't know. People are slobs.
I agree with
It's a
Tony.
Nissan too. They tend to wear a little bit more aggressively than
Then what? Then Tundras?
by Tundras, yes, but than by Tundras or by
Somehow we always end up at Tundra.
well,
That one was my fault. I take responsibility.
Yeah, you did it.
dude. The answer to this question is always Tundra. I could have come up with a Tundra, but I didn't.
All right.
There you go.
Jonathan, you want to go next?
Yeah, with the answer to this question is always this guy right here. It's not my car, but really for $7,400. Now I didn't work with Scott. You said his name was Scott?
Yeah.
So I don't know him. I went on a bit of a journey because I had no idea what you could get for $7,500 that would be fun. So I started there. Then I went Fiero, but I thought, wait, yeah, and look,
Taking us on a journey.
Oh, I love that.
look at this interior. I mean,
That's pretty amazing.
Clean.
it's outstanding. Yeah,
Looks like a Zimmer.
only a freak would take that, and I am that freak. Then I thought maybe for votes I'd go for the 944 because I know Tony likes those, but
Not that one.
not that one. Then I thought maybe,
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's, yeah.
but I settled on the
I
boring.
feel like we get like a stream of consciousness. Like first I thought this, and then I thought that.
That's exactly what happened. I went with this.
I've set a bad example, and now he's acting like me.
I know everyone presents your kind of stuff, Pearly. We get the whole shopping experience.
This looks good.
Yeah.
1998 Porsche Boxster.
And this is your official entry.
This is my official entry. Yeah,
It looks good.
it is. I find it a boring entry, but it is a really good car. And the price is right. There's some clear coat issues in a couple of places, but for what it is, and the guy, apparently the engine was, so it's got 92.2 on the car, but the engine was replaced at 38,800 miles. So it's really only 54,000 miles.
And they did the IMS bearing, which is like a thing with these.
Oh,
things.
that's huge. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
terrific.
Um,
New clutch at 81,000 miles.
Well, it's
Had a
due
lot
to
of
have
stuff.
the engine replaced again then.
At what, at 81?
Well,
Yeah,
it got
that's
replaced
just-
at 38.8. If it got replaced at 38.8, why should it get replaced again?
Because I think they got it right that time.
It's
That's
eating
why.
O2
That-
sensors.
that-
It ate through all of its O2 sensors.
That's a statement of faith.
They got, yeah, I mean, the care of the car looks pretty darn good. And you got that light engine. It really just seems like a paint issue. And there's no scuffing on the seats that I know Curly won't like. There's no shot of the steering wheel, so I can't tell about that. But
Oh, we can't really see the driver's seat. We can only see the passenger seat.
true.
It's parked like that, sort of just askew in the driveway.
These are strange, and these are how we didn't take any shots of the driver's side of the car, of the interior. It's only like the passenger door and the
Yeah, it's a little lazy
okay.
ad.
Okay, there's the driver's door. So you figure at least the left elbow was decent.
Yeah, people really like to take pictures of the doors of cars. Oh, he's got a van again.
We should call him for that.
Oh, squirrel.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
it's
this
going
is
to
a
be
good
a
choice.
lot of fun. And if the service is as he said it is for whatever, 7,400, what is this? 76? 75, right on the money.
Right on the
Yeah.
money.
I think this will be a fun, good thing to have.
The
A very
headlight,
LA car,
not really anymore, Joey. This is like what?
like 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
This was before Porsche had to figure out what to do with the Boxster, like when they didn't, when the Boxster sold itself. As
Right. These are definitely undervalued. I'll give you that. And I like that it has the IMS bearing done, but yeah, I mean, it's a gamble, but it's also not a lot of money.
Exactly. And I mean, if you're not going to get the Fiero, why wouldn't you get this? Is what I.
So can you make one of the pictures bigger with the side view like that one? So the crests aren't pointed to the valve stem, which indicates that a Porsche mechanic did not work on this car.
That is.
Funny.
You've said this before, but every time you say it, I'm just in disbelief.
Do they
I
really all
believe
do
you.
that, or do they just do it on the press cars?
No, they do. Any Porsche trained mechanic will point the valve stems to the crests so that other people know that a Porsche trained mechanic worked on it.
So other people are just so you know.
Oh, so other mechanics know. It's like a little
common knowledge.
it's a little secret handshake from technician to technician.
Tony has personally talked to every Porsche mechanic in the country.
I was going to say, Tony gets an alert on his
Do this
phone
for me.
every time a new crest is seated in a wheel, just to make sure.
Every time that happens, an angel gets its wing.
Exactly.
This,
The-
this is a non.
yeah,
This is a 2.7.
I think it's a 2.5. It's a first year.
Yeah, it's
second,
not very powerful.
second year
You
car.
don't need it to be powerful. It'd be fun regardless.
201 horsepower. They sound terrific, even though they're. I mean, you get to ring them out. They're not
Yeah.
super quick.
I mean, in a 10 best car, what, 2 years in a row?
Yeah, this is good. It would be expensive to own potentially, and this one is a little tired in areas, but it's also $7,500.
I mean, and 53,000 miles on the engine. Like what? I figured out that.
I think this is just about the best Porsche you could hope for $7,500.
Oh,
I
there you
agree.
go. If you're gonna take a gamble here. That's
The top looks like it's in good condition. They replaced the plastic rear window. It's fine. It's nice. My car's better, but this is nice.
We'll get to that.
I don't doubt.
All right, Annie, you want to go next? I like that Porsche. It's a good choice.
I like when Tony trails off. Like, yeah, I gotta give him something, but
All right, Annie, you're up.
I have a Fiat 500 Abarth,
Whoa.
which
very nice.
looks to be in pretty excellent condition. Find the interior pictures. There's even covers on the floor mats. So,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, oh God, I didn't notice the Christmas tree air freshener before.
That's a bonus. They're not staging it properly, though. As we
Right. Yeah. Like what is going on here? Anyway, 5-speed manual. I believe it had 160 horsepower when new. We tested it 6.8 seconds to 60. I would suggest never using the rear seats and always just having them down.
Oh, yeah, you use it like
Why is that?
SUV.
Well,
They're
I mean, no one,
useless.
yeah, no one can fit back there, and there's also no room in the trunk. But if you flatten them, then it's like a pretty
Now, wait a
useful
minute. When
car.
you say no one can fit back there,
Maybe one person at a time sideways.
Yeah.
Very
It'd be like
uncomfortable
a couch
position.
to do it for
A
sure.
small person.
A small child, perhaps.
Can you make the photos bigger? Can you zoom in? Does it give you that option?
Probably. Sorry.
Oh, just click the big photo and it'll be big, I think. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, I think it looks. I mean, the Abarth thing on the windshield is like kind of questionable.
Not a lot of personality.
It's not a lot of personality.
The Fiat badge on the front, that's also questionable.
come on.
But it's actually an Abarth badge. I don't think it's a Fiat
That's a
badge.
hot
These
little
are
guy right there.
these are so noisy. They don't have a muffler, so they sound like
They
Zach
sound-
Clapman put it best. He was on the show a few weeks ago. He said it sounds like a Sopwith Camel running out of gas, which is
In a good
absolutely
way.
accurate.
In a good way, though.
This is
In
a
a
one.
good way. You've always
No,
every
not in a
time I
good
hear
way.
one.
This is
Yeah.
this is a 1.4 turbo, right?
Look,
Yeah.
when you say Sop with Camel, that means it's Snoopy approved. And that's
Yeah, he said hearing one parallel park sounded like a Sopwith Camel running out of gas.
I don't know what words you're saying.
I'm-
A Sopwith Camel is a World War I aircraft.
Okay.
okay. That's not,
Biplane. Thanks for the clarification.
this
Yeah.
It was the heart of the British air fleet.
the
British.
Air fleet.
Yeah, Sopwith Camel is British.
You could
This
fly
is
him in the
already-
original. You could fly him in the original flight simulator too.
How were we
The
expecting?
French one. I thought the Sop with was French. What was the French one?
French, something else, but the Sopwith is actually it was British.
Oh,
This is all going in one ear and out the other. Just so you know.
nitpickiest episode.
You have to understand, Joey. Only Jonathan and I were around for World War One. So
I served with Truman.
Right. You're 280 years old. I keep forgetting.
So how much? Were
I was
these
aide de camp, the blackjack Pershing.
Annie, how much were these new? And these are not a super reliable. This isn't a super reliable choice, I gotta say.
Well,
It's
I
an
mean-
unreliable
It's pretty
choice.
new though. It's only like what 2012.
as
Don't
It is a
we just
12.
say- Yeah, it's a 12. So it was like 23-ish new. So I mean, that's like a significant percentage of its new cost here.
and look, Annie. Tony takes shots trying to boost his own car. So don't let him do that.
That's
Sorry.
fine. Well, you know, I'm all about honesty here. You know.
I gotta say, I jumpstart. I have a neighbor with one of these, and her personalized plate is Beatsy, and I always hear the thing. I know immediately she's driving around. But anyway, I don't know if this is an omen, but I had to jumpstart her car last week.
That's
Just
not.
a
That's
battery.
not.
Who
No.
hasn't had to jumpstart a car? I mean, that's not. We can't take.
No.
Come on.
It's also not the car's fault.
It was
She's
really
driving
easy to
battery the whole
jumpstart.
It could have been the car's fault. These do have random electrical problems.
Burley's so skeptical.
I had a Fiat with eczema once. That's how bad they are. Like
What does that mean?
exactly. These are the strangest complaints
Nothing.
about everything.
Isn't that a skin condition for
Strangest
humans?
complaints.
Yeah.
I had,
Oh, you're saying that's something Pearly would say.
Well, that too.
wait a second. This car has a stock number, so I assume it's at a dealership.
It
Yeah.
looks-
Jonathan, they had a recall
I-
on the. They had a recall on the eczema Fiat.
Well, then it's been fixed and the problem solved. I would just like to say, Car and Driver called this car when it was new the Cinquecento we've been waiting for.
Who
So,
wrote the story?
Tony Swan.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh, here we go.
oh well.
No,
Well,
these
he
are fun.
printed it.
These are fun. These are fun. These are very fun.
And again, I think this is also if you're going to take a gamble, why not take a gamble here on the Fiat?
Exactly. Who
They're
else? doesn't have
They're a
one?
little crude.
That
He
could
always
be-
has to have the last word.
that could be fun.
Pitch and wine.
Let's just look at a shot of just how clean it is, and then we
Yeah.
can move on. But just keep this
Make
fresh.
the,
in your
make the
mind.
photos bigger. I want to see what kind of
Yeah.
tires are on it.
And
Oh,
boy,
God.
Pearly, you
Oh,
better
God.
come up strong today.
He's gonna have a lot to say.
I don't think they're lined up with the valve stems.
So the plate doesn't date to it doesn't seem like it's an original California car because the plates stay with California cars. And if this is a 12, it would be like a 7T, U somewhere in there.
Were they using the URL plates in 2012?
Were they what?
Using the URL plates, the plates with the URL on them?
Go back.
Well, I mean, a plate that dates back to 2012 would start with a 7.
I know, but I'm not sure if in 2012 they had the plates that had the DMV's website address on it, the URL.
Why is that relevant?
Because it might.
We start talking about fun cars and we end up talking
saying,
about DMV websites.
I'm
All
backing
right,
you up.
let's see the tires.
All right. I don't think there's a close up of the tires. You're gonna.
There
have to
is. There's
be
one.
careful
There's a.
there.
They show the tire turned out.
Oh,
They're,
Oh,
oh, they're Falcons.
Okay.
They're okay. It's an M&S all season, but they're not bad tires.
mm.
oh.
Mm.
You can always replace the tires. I think I'm like maybe $100 under budget.
No,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right at budget.
I'm right.
You
You're
can
right.
negotiate.
You can negotiate. You can negotiate. Yeah.
But
do
I
it
mean,
all the time.
this is not going to tax Falcons. Like, what are you doing in your Abarth?
Tony always thinks about tires above all else.
You never know.
They
Tony
should
judges,
be
Tony judges everything by its rubber content.
And it's valve stem placement.
That was
Um,
brilliant, early.
While we're on minutia, does anyone, probably Tony, know what the deal is with the Scorpion? I was going to look it up, but I forgot.
It's the Abarth.
Yeah,
Logo.
that's the
Well,
symbol.
no, I know
Why?
that. I'm saying why.
It has a sting to it.
It's small and fearsome, I guess.
So we'll also
Okay.
the way I heard it is that the sting is in the back of the Scorpion. And the first Abarths were all rear engine.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Yeah.
I feel like
Not
this, I
this
feel like
one.
this is like
That's
Hollywood
true.
Squares, where you're like, I think he's lying. I think that's a lie.
It is like Hollywood Squares.
Give
me
We're
the
all saying
X.
squares.
That's not true.
I don't know if it's what I heard. I have no idea if it's true or not.
No, that sounds right, Pearly, because they were all based on those rear-engine Fiat 500,
The
600.
real 500s and the 600s, which were really cool. Because they used to run them with the hood like up or open.
Yeah, just slightly open, slightly ajar. Can we see the engine shot large, Annie?
Probably. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it always does that. Just go to
You
the.
have to go around.
Yeah, there you go, and then just
Yeah.
cycle through. It looks pretty clean. It doesn't.
I
Look
think
that
so.
big.
Pretty clean.
I
It
mean, it's
looks
all
great.
just, yeah.
I mean,
it's-
that's an aftermarket.
Right.
That's an aftermarket intake.
at it.
Oh yeah, it's got an aftermarket. Good eye, Pearly. Good eye. There's the battery I had to jumpstart.
Is this your neighbor's car?
No, it's not.
What's the brand name on on that intake?
Looks like
I
Borla.
can't see it.
Something
Something let.
Borla, right?
I'm always suspicious of vehicles that have aftermarket stuff on.
Yeah, like.
Well, I mean, a lot of the stuff on the LA Craigslist in this price category this was like the least aftermarket I could find.
Oh, yeah.
So, in my defense.
All right, thank you, Annie. I like your choice. It's a little outside the box.
Thanks.
I wasn't thinking 500 a Barth.
No. Well, I will never think.
No one is.
Apart.
But it's great.
Okay, Huffman. Time to put
I'm sorry. Who's Huffman?
you,
I'm sorry. What's my name?
Pearly.
There you go. Better than I don't like being called Huffman.
Did you see one of the Facebook groups you belong to is people call me by my middle name? Did you?
Yeah, I know I saw that. Which I thought was funny. I sacrificed low mileage in order to get a car I thought was a really nice car to drive, which is the Mazda Speed 3, which is a car I really loved when it was new.
You're 450 over budget.
Oh,
So
shut up.
this better be amazing. This better be incredible.
You know,
After all you talked today.
I've got the Casey Colwell out here. This is within negotiating range, isn't it?
I agree. You're fine. Go on.
You bring $7,500 to Norco, which is more money than anybody in Norco has ever seen, and you go to All In Auto Group, and you're going to be able to get this and a house.
It looks pretty clean. It looks
And the
clean.
hood
Let's
and the
keep
bumper.
going. Oh wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
Put a dimple up
Not
here. I don't know what's
green.
going on. It's been hit up here a little bit. But these are really fun cars to drive. They got standard 18-inch wheels.
Jonathan, I think it has eczema.
That's it, exactly.
This
They
one's
need
only
Probably
got
need to
five.
recall.
It's only got 5 photos, which means that the dead body may still be in
And
the.
no interior photos?
Right, no interior
photos.
photos.
It's
Well, I
also
know.
new to California. It's got an 8B plate.
It started life in Maryland.
Oh, okay. So it's rusty underneath.
Yeah, lost.
Close that. Close the.
Exactly. What was that?
Second, let's see. I must have lost it, but it has a clean Carfax.
Click on the Carfax again. Open that back
There
up.
it is.
There we go.
Close the Carfax.
So you said it started its life in Maryland? 2 owners. It's good.
Yeah, it started its life in it started
129,000 miles.
no losses, no accidents. Delivered in Crofton, Maryland, and I think we all know that's the hotbed of Mazda speed enthusiasm. And
How many miles on this?
a lot, like 140.
Don't these engines blow up?
Yeah, how many do you think it's gonna
All engines blow up eventually.
That's true.
Okay.
Nothing lasts forever.
This one,
serviced at Pet Boys.
this one.
We're gonna nitpick until you go away.
Curly, all the guff you talked, you got a car that's been through it.
It was in Baltimore, so it was on several episodes of The Wire.
Oh my God.
So it's a.
Oh, then it was serviced at a Mazda dealer. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was too late.
It went from Maryland to Colorado. It was in Colorado. It was registered in Colorado, and now it's in California. So it's been slowly migrating across the country.
That's nice.
Yeah.
There are probably still drugs stuffed in the fenders and the spare tire section.
I think it was actually owned by one of the journalists on The Wire, not one of the drug dealers.
I'm glad the second owner took it. I mean, the second owner spent money on servicing and maintaining it, which is good.
Yeah,
I can't see what kind of tires it's on because it's the pictures.
We don't have that many. But it's a car I like, which is actually a car I want. This is from.
You would buy that specific example of it?
Well, it's these things had they're
That's
pretty.
a no.
Yeah, it starts with well.
I'd spend more money. It had a 580 to 60.
How do you expect us to vote for it if you're not even going to buy it?
I just don't care. I don't. My point is, I have a point here, which is, I came up with a good car, and I think it was a reasonable car. I played my positions well. All of my bluffs worked, and it was just one of those days when everything.
So you're saying you came up with a good model, but not a good car.
I played my positions well. All of my bluffs worked. And it was just one of those days when everything worked.
Oh, Curly, thank you. Thank you. Poker man,
That
Curly.
was for Jonathan.
So 5.8 to 60.
I think we had one even quicker. There was because I did a story that was the quickest front-wheel drive cars we've tested, and I think there was one that was like 5.4.
This is a really neat car. It's faster than the WRX of the same vintage.
Yeah. This was kind of a fun car to drive. It was. They didn't ride great, but I also was living in Michigan.
They had a nice interior, and I like the way they look because I think the first generation ones have this kind of weird look to them that is kind of ingratiating.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice. All right.
I've attained not bad from Kuroga.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice. I've
climbed the mountain.
Wasn't that good?
I've climbed Mount Not Bad, and I'm just proud of myself. And I got put in my poker quote to make Jeff.
Did you climb Mount Be Quiet for a minute?
No.
Boom.
Oh.
I know I'm a little over budget, but we can negotiate.
And that's terrible.
Well, how is this terrible?
Oh my goodness, that car rode so terribly.
No, this one's on small wheels. It's on the 17-inch wheels.
No fun to be in that car.
Oh, this is terrific. Look at this. It's lived its whole life in California. The plate dates to 2005 when the car was new.
Now mention the plate.
I know.
Well, it's important. I mean, because the plate stays with the car in California its whole life.
We're all learning.
So you can tell it's a California car. Look, the house it lives in front of is decent. It's been garaged its whole life. The interior is spotless.
Oh, it's got an aftermarket nav system.
Yes, Joey, I'm glad you brought that up because I did find.
It's an aftermarket what system?
You've got no money to buy.
Oh wait, those are my floor mats.
You've got no money.
Why are you spending more money?
Exactly.
I'm trying to find my radio. Here's my radio.
Oh God.
Tape player.
It's sold as is.
So I want the tape player so I can get the Bluetooth adapter for the tape player.
I have one of those. Those are great.
I think it's great for your your books on tape that you like to listen to, Tom.
No. The Bluetooth, you have a Bluetooth tape adapter that attaches to your phone, and then you can have everything that CarPlay does, except for
why not just have another car? It's a 2-DIN system. Why not just get a decent Apple CarPlay system?
Because I want my cars to be original.
Why?
Because
But
I
this-
like
Why
that.
this should be original.
Look that way.
But
This-
anyway,
this
if you
car is-
want, Pearly, you can keep this touchscreen.
This car is loud and unpleasant inside, and the ride is miserable.
No, you've driven them. You haven't driven on the 17s. It's like a Cadillac.
Totally different.
Not like a Cadillac.
Cadillac.
I will come through this
There's
call
no
if
way.
you talk like that again.
Which
This is like a
Cadillac?
76 Eldorado in terms of ride quality.
Oh my!
It's like an Infiniti G35 in terms of ride
I
quality.
don't know what's happened with this episode, but something strange.
But look at how clean this thing is. I mean,
Here's
it's
the sounds we got.
What's is that just is that like a phone holder in the on
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's,
it's got a little clip phone holder.
Yeah.
An aftermarket phone holder.
It's got the wind deflector
Yeah.
here.
I love the air vent right in front of the door handle.
Yeah. This is a great buy at $8,000, and I think
No.
they'll sell it to you. You go there with $7,500, and they'll give it to you.
I think it's a
Great.
better buy at like $6,000.
Yeah. I mean, it's not
Well,
a good
that-
buy at
in that
all.
case- in that case, the great buy at $4,000.
No. In typical
1,200
Craigslist
bucks.
fashion, you get a great shot of the door. There's the touchscreen aftermarket stuff. And look, this is the dream.
Nice.
You get to the beach,
pay
put
for
the
that.
top down.
It feels like I'm there.
Directly into the
Oh my God. Riding like an Eldorado.
So if I was able, oh wait, my session timed out. Anyway,
You,
So-
you-
tires. We get it.
comparison test. Let's go to the comparison test.
It did not win.
Against a Boxster, Jonathan, like yours, a Z4, an S2000, and an Audi TT. What do you think?
It came in fourth.
TT in last.
Yeah, I think it was second.
That's right, Joey. It came in
And
second.
that's 2001.
0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds.
About
287 horsepower, 74 pound-feet of torque. Quick car, faster than average.
Hmm.
only
There's
slightly
the Boxster in third. And then,
How did it beat a Boxster? That seems wrong.
Yeah.
no, it seems totally right. And you're just forgetting how good this car was.
No, I think take backs are a real thing, and somebody would want.
No, sir.
refined ride. Refined ride.
That's right. No waiting for the torque. And the sweet symphony of twin pipes that accompany it. The refined ride. The
Yes,
feeling
'cause it's like
important.
the cheap Japanese ones against the expensive German ones, and the cheap Japanese ones totally.
Who's that driving?
Well, but isn't that partly probably a fact because of our scoring system? Like, didn't they get a bunch of
Price,
extra points for being
maybe.
cheap?
Probably.
Look, the doors would open in a car wash, which is worthy of a sidebar.
Oh my God.
Then the S2000 one. But you can't get an S2000 at $7,500. But you can
Yeah,
get
you can. I found
a disgusting one with a million miles.
A really bad one.
no,
How many
wait,
points does this
you
have?
said you can't. You said you can't find one. I'm just saying you can.
Well, nothing comparable to this cream puff.
Oh,
What's that? The grill is aftermarket.
The grill, yeah, I don't know. I've seen those before. It might be aftermarket, but
I think that license plate frame is aftermarket too.
what's that, Pearly?
The license plate frame that looks aftermarket too.
No, that
Yeah.
looks like it's factory.
No, that's an aftermarket license plate frame. I think that one's
And-
got to go.
I mean, look
Look at
it.
that. The headlights are in great shape. The paint is in great shape. Much better paint than any of your cars. The top is in perfect condition.
But it's also gray, just like the cars you love.
No, at least the interior is a little darker this time.
It does continue your commitment to cream and mushroom soup.
Exactly. More mushroom soup.
Look at how perfect this is.
Grayscale all the way.
I have,
And
I have,
those weird seat controls down by the front where like if you got like haunches like I do, you can't reach the seat controls because you got to dig up under your thighs to
that
move.
sounds like a personal problem.
I'm glad. Look, this is another reason why no to this car. This car hates big thighs, and I
Look
won't
at
have it.
that. Look at the top. It's in perfect condition, garaged its whole life, only 81,000 miles.
But when the top is up, you can barely see
Well,
out.
but Tony, it says price is firm.
Yeah, that's just Craigslist. They just don't want a bunch of crap. You go there with $7,500, they're going to give you this car. And then you can drive straight to the ocean and do this.
Look directly into the sun.
Oh my goodness.
All right, now we've come to the part of the show where we judge each other's picks
What?
and crown.
We don't have Scott Mosier doing a guest shot here to tell us which one he likes.
No, Scott has a job, so he had to work.
Oh.
But he will take our choices under advisement, and then I'll let you guys know what he buys.
Okay.
All right, who went first? Joey, you went first.
Yeah, I have that Nissan Juke manual.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give that a thumbs up. Even though I'm not a Juke guy, I think that
Sideways.
is a solid.
Too hinky.
What's that about? The halfway stuff.
Well,
Kind of boring.
You guys are too hard to please.
From Joey Cabarella. Did you really just say that?
Yeah, the seat.
Don't you expect
So
that by
much
now?
worse.
I'm
Could've
with
been
Burley. The
yourself.
seat wear and the steering wheel wear was a little alarming.
It's a little suspicious.
Did you see my
Yeah.
Z?
God,
Perfect.
it's $7,500.
Well, the thing is, it's not that old a car, and it doesn't have that many miles on it, but it's got the wear of an older car with a lot of miles on it, and that makes me suspicious.
Wow.
All right, Joey, what was your favorite car? Probably not Pearlie's.
I think my favorite was the Porsche Boxster. That one was nice. I would totally drive that.
Ah,
It's a Porsche. How could you?
it lost to my car in that very valid comparison test.
He
No.
didn't look at the
Yeah, but
stats.
it's
Who could say why?
better.
Okay.
All right, Jonathan, the Porsche Boxster. I'll give you-
Yeah. There. And last guy on the
Pearlie,
left.
what are you doing over there?
Last guy on
I'm
the left.
sorry, I have to vote it up because it's a Porsche Boxster, and for the price, it's in pretty good shape.
Exactly. It does
Yeah.
look pretty nice.
Yeah.
Jonathan, what's your favorite Z?
Oh.
Great
My
question.
favorite Z is the Fiat 500 Abarth.
Interesting.
And I thought that unexpected and totally cool. Yeah, gotta go with it.
There you go.
All right. Annie, you were next.
Yeah,
Fiat
this was-
500.
Oh, come on.
Pretty fun.
You know,
Sounds cool.
I grew up on Fiats. I love Fiats in a lot of ways. I just never buy a 500. I got to give it a.
Well, you don't have to buy it though. It's for Scott.
I care about Scott. So.
Sideways.
Oh my goodness.
I'm with you, Pearlie, a lot. Reliability. I'm worried about reliability.
And you know,
That wasn't
again,
part of the challenge.
it's
That
got
wasn't part of the challenge.
It doesn't matter. But if I'm buying a car for $7,500, I want a reliable and fun car that's a convertible that I can drive to the beach and look at the sun.
Sounds like you're talking about something specifically.
Okay. Okay. I think that should have been in the list that you sent everyone.
All right, Annie, what was your favorite car? What would you buy out of this?
My
group?
favorite was also the Boxster. I would buy that.
Oh,
So good. How can you deny it?
Yeah, I agree. I forgot what Pearlie even showed.
Jonathan, you're one vote away from winning.
That's right. That's right. Oh,
All right.
man. Pretty good.
Pearlie, I forgot what car you had the Mazda Speed 3.
yeah, thanks for my part. So memorable.
I mean,
Well, there were only 5 photos. It didn't make much of a difference.
exactly.
Sideways.
I think it was a
Yeah,
Mazda.
not that one, but the Mazda Speed 3 is good.
And if I'm judging by what I would buy, that's. But I'm gonna give you halfway because you
You
agree.
got a lot of halfways.
I think this is the first time we've had unanimous halfways.
That's probably happened.
I don't know.
You had a great
Yeah.
choice. I love the Mazda Speed 3 as a choice. Your particular example inspires little confidence.
Well, I have little confidence in
Which
this.
is unusual.
I
for
pointed-
your
I was looking for something. Whatever, Jonathan. You know, here I am about to vote for your car, and now I'm changing my mind.
Vote for the
Don't be
Z.
like that.
The Z is
Don't
in
vote for the
perfect condition.
Vote your
Lowest
heart.
mileage, quickest
your
car.
heart.
You know, the problem with the Porsche is I look at it and I just say to myself, you know what's going to happen? Something's going to break in their system. Sorry, Klaus says we have to drop the engine. Sorry, you know.
Objection, Your Honor. He's making things up. Why are you doing this? Judge the car that was on the listing.
It's just, you know,
Well,
Porsche.
life with that Z, Pearlie. It'd be like life with a convertible Tundra.
Well, the problem.
The sun looks better in my Porsche than it does in any Nissan Z, I guarantee.
The problem is with the Z is that in the land of Nissan convertibles, there were only 2 in recent years, that and the Murano. And they were both powered by the same engine. So
It's a great engine. 0 to 60
I know.
quicker than any of your cars. I had the quickest car.
It does nothing. It does nothing for me except for the fact, and it's so impractical because it's got no trunk.
No, it's got a huge trunk.
It does not have a
I've got two trunks. I've got two trunks.
Well, the thing is that in Tony's trunk looks, a few discarded emotions might fit in the back of that trunk. The Moxer at least has two non-existent trunks.
Well, what about the Abarth?
The Abarth is
With the seats folded.
Yeah.
the problem with the Abarth is that you need all that room to take all the parts that fall off in the back.
Oh my goodness.
That's
This is gonna be a second
Hey, just pick a
episode
favorite.
really dissecting the
I
car.
love it when Joey gets impatient.
I hate to say it, but if I look at all the risks and the upsides, the upside on the Porsche is the greatest. So I got to pick the Porsche.
Oh,
Giving the win to Jonathan.
my goodness.
Did not win.
Excuse me. I'm just,
Now we can just skip over Tony's because who cares?
no,
All right,
no,
my
no.
Z, best condition, lowest mileage, quickest car, probably the most reliable, perfect car.
It's not
It's a
perfect.
Murano. It's a Murano.
I'm iffy. I mean, it is in great condition, but it's $500 over budget.
You can negotiate that, no problem.
It's his firm, didn't you read?
No. He just doesn't want people like trying to trade like concert T-shirts for his car.
No, he would have said that. No trades is what. That's Craigslist for that. No trades.
No.
I mean, I want to give you a
dog
halfway, but
Listen,
that car is terrible.
The
That
best,
car is terrible.
the best, thing,
It's
the best thing about
terrible.
that, the best thing about that Z is it doesn't look like a scam.
No, it's a real car
Yeah, it doesn't look like a
owned
scam.
by real people who don't want to be hassled,
Like a Lotus V8.
and they know how to take care of their cars. All right. God, you guys had some terrible choices.
Gee, it's so harsh.
Well, compared to my Z.
The car I think it would have won. Jonathan, I think if you picked that C4, it would have won.
He
But-
won anyway, Pearly.
You won anyway, so what the hell? What the hell?
I guess I'll go with Jonathan's Porsche.
I had two Plan A's.
Wow.
Is that unanimous? Is that makes it
Landslide.
unanimous for the
I
Porsche?
think so. Yeah, I think that's more of a insight into the other choices, and you guys not wanting to be.
Don't try and steal take away my thunder.
I'm going to. You just didn't want me to win for 3 weeks or 4 weeks in a row. I had a little streak going.
I can't help that I'm good occasionally. I can't help
Yeah,
it sometimes.
sometimes.
I get it right.
I'll give it to you, Jonathan. I think it's an undervalued Porsche. The fun would be really great until something broke, and then you just fix it.
Totally.
Yeah, you
Totally
just,
worth it. Totally.
then you double the price.
Like we said.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. Let us know who you think won in the comments, or what other cars you might pick for $7,500. And give us a like, and please subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next week. Thanks,
Are
guys.
we ever gonna pick the car for Jonathan to buy?
Yeah, he's got to get rid of the Buick first.
Oh, so we're waiting on him. Hurry up and sell the Buick, Jonathan.
Wasn't that the deal? Weren't you actually going to buy what we want you to buy?
That became the deal. Yes. First, I was going to choose what I bought. Then it turned into we're going to find a car for him. So I'll take the car that you find for me.
All right. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
See you then.